Ben here again from the Wild Oak Restaurant Cooking School. I'm here with Mel Jack from No Regrets Personal Training. They're the best in the business down there in sunny Mitcham. Now, the reason we're here is we're cooking some great, easy, nutritious foods that you can do at home, and there's quite a demand for this from our end of things. So we thought we'd put them together. So what we're going to make next, Mel, is we're going to do something with eggs and a great breakfast dish that's easy and you can prepare in advance. Now, we all know that eggs are super nutritious, high in protein. They've got a great satiety.
Yeah.
They make you feel fuller the longer.
And don't be scared of eggs. People, there's a lot of misconception about eggs increasing cholesterol, and that's not the case. Stress is a big indicator for increased cholesterol. So don't be afraid of eggs, don't be afraid of the egg yolk, awesome protein.
Don't be afraid of your egg,
no.
Just be afraid of stressing out. Now,
That's right.
we're going to crack some eggs in here. Can you grab that little whisk just behind you there, that red handle one? Oh, yeah. And we're going to make about 6 of these, so we'll fit probably 1 or 2 eggs in each. Now, start bashing those up for me if you would, Mel. Now, if you're really keen on using cream, you could use cream in this recipe. You could also use cheese. I haven't used any cream or cheese today, but I'm not for it or against it. Sometimes I put it in, sometimes I don't. But it's a cracking little dish. Now I've got a muffin pan here. Everyone should have a muffin pan. I've just lined it with some paper. You can just give it a spray or a buttering. I find a paper it's like an additional insurance policy for me. We've got some bacon there, and I'm using the full loin. I'm not just using this the lean eye of bacon. I'm using the delicious fatty bit from all the way down.
A little bit of fat's okay, yeah.
Don't be afraid of.
And just back to the cream. Again, don't be afraid of cream because there's no sugar in that. So again, if you looked at the label of your cream, there's no sugar in it. So again, don't be afraid of that.
Now what we're going to do is basically we're going to try to create like a ring of bacon. So we're just going to wind it around like so and drop it in there to hold the egg in. So I'll take off that loin bit, I'll put the streaky bit around the outside like so, and then I'll just pop about half of that back in the bottom. We'll save the other half for the top. We just drop that back in here. Now this is like a blank canvas really. You could do this with smoked salmon we were talking about earlier. You could add just about anything to it. Now we're going to add some sea salt flakes to this for flavouring. We're going to crack some pepper in with those eggs. A good whack of pepper, and we'll also. I've just got some oregano here which I picked out of the garden, and we'll just drop those in there just for a bit of extra flavour. It's a great way to add a bit of flavour to your dish. And also, long before herbs were ever used for flavours and cooking, they were used as medicine and medicinal things, because a lot of herbs have got great advantages, whether it's anti-inflammatory benefits, whether it's digestive. They're terrific things, and they're quite
very underused,
underrated. So get some herbs in there, and then you can just know that you're feeling better straight away.
Herbs are very easy to grow as well.
Oh,
so you could do that
if you pick the right ones, like this oregano grows like a weed. It'll grow on your balcony, it'll grow in your backyard. Yeah, no worries. All right, so. Bacon around the edge there. Oh dearie me. Now, do you want to grab a couple of those tomatoes for me and just should we put them in whole? We cut them in half maybe. Just grab that knife in front. Mel's quite an adept cutter. She's done a great deal of classes here with us over the years. Very skilled on the safety of cutting.
That's right.
And I'll just get that last one, then we're ready to go.
So did you roast these earlier, Ben?
We just kind of dried them out really, so they're like a home sun-dried tomato,
Yeah.
but you could definitely use purchased sun-dried tomatoes. We just dried those out in the kitchen.
So just on a baking tray?
Just above the stove.
Oh,
yeah, or on,
okay.
yeah, on low in
Yep.
the stove is great as
Okay.
well. Alright, so what we've got there is like bacony cups. So what we're going to do is just get a bit of that egg mix and just top up each one to about 3/4 of the way up the I guess up the muffin tin, because the egg will puff up a bit. So Mel, I'll get you to throw 1 or 2 halves of tomato in there. We've also done this with roasted capsicum.
You could add spinach.
Yeah, you get spinach or some of this kale. You could put pretty much anything in this. This is kind of like a baked egg omelette, bacon and eggs, whatever. Yeah, mushrooms would be awesome. Yeah, whatever you like goes in here. Now, these are a cracker. I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but these are a cracker if you prepare them the night before. You can bake them off, and then you can put them.
You can freeze them?
Yeah, you can freeze them once they're cooked. They freeze quite easily and defrost quite easily. So you can prepare, this is, what is that, 5 minutes. You can prepare 12, 14, 16 of these little bad boys, have 2 for breakfast tomorrow, put the rest in the fridge or the freezer, and have them throughout the week. So there's no excuses for saying, I haven't got time for breakfast,
Breakfast is one of the most skipped meals, and it's the most important meal of the day. So to have something like this that Ben's shown us on hand, ready to go, you can, like you said, on a weekend,
yeah, whenever you've got a bit of time, 5 minutes spare.
Yeah.
And it's packed with, it's packed with protein. So if you're working out in the mid-morning or morning, knock one of these back in the car on the way to work. It'll fill you up, it'll stop you from getting some crap
the sugar cravings
that you need because you're feeling hungry and you bang down a sausage roll or something. One of these bad boys, it'll do you till mid-morning, and if you're working out too, it'll supply your body with all the protein and nutrients it'll need.
So tasty, and no flour in these either, which is really awesome as well.
No grain.
No grain product at all. So yeah.
So stick those. Can you chuck those in that? Just in that oven down there. Beautiful. So they'll take about 10 minutes at 180, and then we'll pull them out, and we're going to have them for brunch. I think brunch.
It's about brunch time. So.
Bing! I think that's the timer. I think those delicious eggy, bacony goodness are ready.
Yeah.
Oh, holy Toledo, Mel! They
look fantastic.
Bloody delicious. Where did you learn to cook?
Well,
all right. So here's the deal. Just pull on that bit of paper, and hey presto! If that doesn't rock your socks off for brekkie, nothing will.
These would be great too for school lunches.
If you're still at school, yes.
For your child's school lunches. But yeah, morning teas.
Hand them out at the front of the school if you haven't got kids.
You could do that. It might be a bit creepy, but you could do that.
I'm starting to salivate. So probably, what is that? 5 minutes. You got egg, you got bacon, you got tomato, a bit of salt and pepper. Stick it in the thing. Take one in the car for you if you're driving an hour to work for breakfast. Munch that down. Have another one for morning tea. Stick some different flavours in there, whatever floats your boat. But they are easy, delicious.
Fast, delicious and nutritious. FDN, Ben.
FDN, that's what we're all about. The
they
FDN.
look tasty.
Righto. Go home and make them now. Well, you probably are to make them.